where today it's me, Andy, I'm back with Kev. The old team back together, the old Vanguard team back together. So we are playing some Vanguard again, obviously, 200 points, but this is slightly different because it's our campaign game.
It is.
So Kev, along with Hal, from Whitefire as well, have been running the campaign, haven't you, in our club, in Altrincham Gaming Club in South Manchester.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying writing the fluff for it. I suspect no one's reading it. But
well, hopefully you've read some of it already, because it should have come up just before we started talking, if I've done the video right. So it's been a nice little bit of fluff, just to sort of keep, link the games together, isn't it? Yeah. And we're using the normal campaign rules at the back of the book, with one exception. To keep it simple, we're not using the retinues, are we? But we're using everything else for wounds, exploration, and all that business to get your campaign gold.
We're certainly using the injuries. That's coming through a bit.
A lot of people get injured and they stick with their injuries, don't they?
It's a dangerous business, fine. Yeah.
So you'll see when we go through the warbands that both of our factions have picked up some injuries, but they've also picked up some upgrades, particularly in power dice for our leaders, because that's probably one of your go-to things to do with command models early doors, I think, when you go up a rank, isn't it?
Well, it seems the obvious choice for your leaders.
Yeah, just to give them that extra punch, because it boosts the whole warband, of course, rather than just a stat line where you might end up, for all sorts of reasons, not actually using it. So this is game 3. I have won 1, lost 1. What have you done?
I've lost 2. Well, I played 2 games where the main objective was to get to the other side of the board.
And what have you got again?
And I'm playing Dwarves.
Yes, and I'm playing Abyssals. I know it's another game with Abyssals in, but I've only got so many painted factions, guys. It's like I can't do it. Hopefully it'll be fun though. This is slightly different because it's a campaign one. We are playing our 3rd game, which is the Power Stones. Yeah. So we'll see how we get along. Obviously Dwarves, you don't have to walk so far.
No, it's good. It's like a holiday.
Just strolling. And I obviously, with my Abyssals, will be very much trying to kill you early because I can't stick around for anything. Right, let's have a look at the warbands. So this is my 200 points. Remember, this is a campaign game. So my Tormentor here, who is now rank 1, has been upgraded to have a white power dice. You see these power dice, these are not the normal ones. They are ones that we have custom made. So they look a bit different with the axes on. And these generic axe dice are available at Cry Havoc, the Winter Vanguard, our event on the 12th of January.
All good shops.
Yeah. He has been given a lucky charm, and with him we've got a Succubus Lurker who has a heavy weapon. Now this Succubus Lurker is taking some damage from a previous game, so she loses her scout ability for 1 game. So this game, because we're playing Power Stones, I'm fairly happy with that, because I don't need to get so far up the board. There's 2 Succubi, just normal ones. The one with the whip has lost Vicious from a previous wound, so hoping again to sort of still get some use from these without retiring them. They're not that bad, but it's a bit of a downside, of course. I have my Despoiler, just normal Despoiler. 2 Lower Abyssals, just normal, cheap Lower Abyssals. A Heliquin, just a normal Heliquin. And 2 Flame Bearers. And that is 200 points. This is my warband, and they are part of Malkoff the Cruel's warband. Here's Malkoff the Cruel. Malkoff the Cruel. Again, this card comes when you buy the dice at our event. Cry Havoc the Winter Vanguard. Have I mentioned that already?
Not yet.
These are Kev's Dwarves. We're laughing because his lovely Juggernaut has a target on his chest.
It's not a target. It's an arc reactor.
It's Iron Man. So what have you got, Kev?
So these are the Dwarves of the Ogwyn Valley Mining Company. So on the right is my Sergeant, Gareth Edwards. He's a veteran now of this is his 3rd game, so he's upgraded his power dice to a blue. We've then got young Di Edwards. He's always in the workshop, so we call him Tinker. And this is what he's come up with, the Steel Juggernaut. So he's both large and support, and he brings a red power dice. Then Ian Evans, the fastest dwarf in all of Ogwyn. He's an Iron Guard. He's an Iron Guard, and he has a Potion of Haste and a Lucky Charm. Then we've got 2 Dwarf Rangers, Toshak and the famous Ian Rush. Halfpenny, Now, poor Halfpenny did pick up a leg wound in the last game, so he's speed 3.
Oh, lovely. There's nothing funnier
than a limping dwarf. And then we've got my shield breaker, JPR Williams, my ironclad, Jones the Axe, and finally the T-boy, Levy Panedate.
What?
Well,
Panettone?
It's Welsh for cup of tea.
Oh, right. I thought we were just going to have a series of Welsh sporting greats from the 70s and 80s. So.
It's my era.
200 points of dwarves. Here we are at the start of the power stones. You can see the tables laid out there with the power stones in the centre. This is the 2.1 and then a 1.1 over there with a scouting ranger next to it and another one over here. Kev has kept his guys fairly bunched up over there. A bit more shooting and then obviously sort of strong centre. I've spread mine a bit wider, so I've got my despoiler over this side of the succubus and lower abyssal. My lurker, who hasn't got scout today, so has stayed down here with my tormentor. Bloodmass, 2 flame bearers, and then a couple of minions over here. And yeah, we'll see how we get along. So, shall we do our power dice? I get 3 red base, and then I normally get 3 red for my tormentor champion, but I've upgraded to give him a white. So, let's see what I get. I can re-roll 1 for 1 command model, and so we've got 6. Okay, Kev, what are you bringing?
So I've got 3 red base, I've got 1 for the Iron Guard, 1 for the Steel Juggernaut, and then my upgraded blue dice.
Why have you put them all down with the swords facing up? So?
Just for that.
Just the way they fall.
I'm trying to train the dice.
Ah, did alright. Re-rolling one of those. 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, it's alright. First round, don't need that many. First round. First action is Kev just running forwards with this Iron Watch crossbowman. Is that right? Iron Watch?
Yep.
Yep. Just to take a defensive position. And then...
Hopping forward.
Hopping forward, yes, yeah. These are the one with movement 3.
Yeah.
And I have just moved the succubus up. I couldn't quite reach the power stone because I had to jump across this wall, but I'm fatigued to go and stand next to it to potentially score me victory points. Just catching up on some movement, so Kev has moved forward his shield breaker and his levy there, and he's moved forward his ironclad into the centre. I moved my lurker up there, and I moved an abyssal, lower abyssal down here. I've now moved a flame bearer up who's run and then is fatiguing to take a shoot action at the ironclad. I'm just outside of the 9-inch range for his firebolt, so I've had to boost the distance with a power. But we will try and get a shot off. I get 2 dice. I've got a bit of power at the minute, so I'm going to throw an extra 1 into that, so 3 dice. And I am hitting on 5s with piercing 1, of course. Well, that wasn't massively good, was it? So just 1.
So I also have a bit of power, so I'll try 2. So I'm normally on 4s, 5s with the piercing.
Yep, saves it. So I have moved forwards and fatigued like I did before, and I'm going to shoot at this ironclad. He's still just outside of 9 inches, I think. Yep, just outside of 9 inches there. So I'll have to spend 1 power to boost the range, and another power I'm going to spend to get an extra dice for shooting because I want to kill him. It just simply just 2 power left, but you know I really would like to get rid of the model. So hitting on 5s with 3 dice. Just the 1, 8, 2.
So I will spend a point of power. So 4s onto 5s, and I need 2 saves.
Oh, just 1 at the minute. 2. Loves it. I've just moved my Tormentor up here. Kev moved up his Sergeant. Is it Sergeant?
Yep.
Yep, Sergeant in the middle there. And then has moved forward this Ranger, who's going to try and shoot onto my Succubi. Obviously, I have stealthy, so it's -1 to hit. It's not a clear shot, just about see a bit of the base. So, Kev, what are you going to be rolling?
So I'm going to be rolling me some extra dice.
You gonna add a power for an extra dice? Yep.
So
2 bases.
my Ranger 2 base, he shoots on 4s, so 5s.
Yep.
With stealthy.
Just 1 hit. No piercing on this, though, is there?
Yeah.
So my defense isn't brilliant though on my succubus. It's 6+. Let's see. No, she takes a wound. Okay, 1 wound. I am going to force fatigue of a power to move this Succubus Lurker into contact with the stone and the ranger to annoy the bejesus out of him. And that'll be it for the turn. Kev just moved his ranger out of the wood and is now going to shoot at this lower abyssal across the obstacle, of course. So
2 dice.
normal 2 dice, not a clear shot, of course.
4s. No.
Oh, no hits. I've just moved an abyssal up here, ready to support the power stone, and we are forcing fatigue. Kev is forcing fatigue on his ranger to attack my Succubus Lurker. Okay, so what do you get in combat with a ranger?
2 dice. And have you got ensnare or something?
No, I've got fatal attraction, so you get -1 to hit.
Do I?
Yeah.
Fatal attraction, does that work on dwarves?
More so than anything, she's got a fake beard on. That's what does it for them.
Right, so 2 dice on 4s normally, but 5s. 1 hit.
1 hit. Any crushing?
No.
I have an armor of 6. Ooh, that's not very good, is it? But we'll roll it anyway. So, no, she takes a wound. I was just umming and ahhing whether to use my last power to use my fury ability and attack the dwarf, even though I'm fatigued and activated. But I'm not going to, because I want to take her fatigue off so that she's way more deadly next round. Although she's only going to fight next round, isn't she? Unless she kills you, though. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's spend my last power. And I'm going to attack you with my standard attack, which is 3 dice. And she's vicious, hitting on 4s. Oh, and she has... Oh, look at that.
There's lovely.
I was just about to say, she's got a heavy weapon as well. Not like that, she's left that in a pack.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
even brought it. I've just moved up my Heliquin, and then Kev's going to force fatigue on that ranger to shoot again at the same lower abyssal he shot at before.
On 4s.
Well, it gets a hit this time. I have an armour of 5. Oh no, it doesn't do it, so that lower abyssal is no more. Goodbye, lower abyssal. Because this is a campaign, we're going to give that one to Kev, so that he can record that that model has killed something for experience points. So we're putting it on the token there. Just a way of us showing that you get a victory point, so an experience point for playing in a game, and another one for killing a model. So as the very last action of round 1, Kev spent 2 power to do a tactical redeployment, which moved most of his faction actually, had moved around, and they've all braced as well. But he has given me the initiative for round 2, but I think he'll be fairly happy with that. Well, I presume he is, because he's done it.
Well, I haven't finished yet.
Oh, what more to do? 2 more power to what?
So I'm going to force fatigue him to shoot at her.
Oh, right, okay, good. So what's the range?
12 inches.
Just in, yeah.
So I'm going to fire my light cannon, which I think is on 5s. So 6s.
6s, yes, because she's stealthy. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, what? 4?
There's
right.
lovely.
Is there any piercing? I'm sure there is.
Piercing 2.
Piercing 2? Well, she has an armour of 6, so she ignores the piercing 2. Piercing 1 would be enough. Dead! Oh no, technically not actually, but no, dead. She's not dead, don't be stupid. So she, I saved 1, so she's at -3. Nerve -3.
The -2, isn't she?
-2, so yes, thank you. She has a nerve of 5, so I need a 7 or an 8. Here it comes. Ah! Well, that's interesting, isn't it? But I am no longer going to be standing up and touching the power stone, so I won't get the point for that, which is good from Kev's point of view. So Kev has 1 power left, and he's using it to clear the fatigue off of his Juggernaut. Not Juggernaut. Yes, Juggernaut. Yes, Behemoths and Juggernauts I get confused with. And he will score 1 point for having that power stone uncontested. This one is contested, and that one, of course, I am now lying next to, hugging.
Yeah.
So, start round 2. Let's see what happens. Power. Here it comes. Here comes my red power. Oh, that's looking good. I will re-roll one of those. Yeah, look at those axes. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 power. This is the round I wanted. 8 power. But Kev, what have you got? Let's have a look. Oh, a few blanks. 4, 6, 7. Ah, pretty similar. I'm going to start by activating my Heliquin. I was tempted to charge against the Juggernaut, but I think that would not go so well for me, particularly with all those dwarves on here. So I'm going to charge all the way over there into the shield breaker. Bonk. He is braced, but we will get some advantages. So I will get an extra +1 for charging, and I am already on 3 dice. It gives me 4. I'm going to throw a power into that as well to take it to 5.
Oh.
And I will hit on 3s normally, but I'm cavalry and he's smaller, so I'll hit on 2s. I'm not vicious though, so that's a miss. There's an 8 in there. So 2, 4, 5, that is. I am crushing 1.
So I will put a power in, because I'd quite like to keep him alive. So the Iron Guard has armour 4, so he needs normally 3s with brace, so back to 4s.
Yeah, so brace equals out. 3. Is he a shield breaker or an Iron Guard?
He's an Iron Guard.
Oh, Iron Guard, right, okay.
So,
at the moment he's taking 1 wound.
Yeah, so I'm 1/8.
He's not taking any wounds. He's fine. Kev's going to retaliate. So here comes the Iron Guard.
So I have 3 dice on 3s.
3 at the minute. 3.
3 with crushing 1.
I will throw a power in this to keep my guy alive. So 4 dice. And my armour is 4 normally, so 5s. Yep, loves it. I'm going to play an extra activation. And I'm going to activate this Sukubai, who is going to run all the way around here.
Yep.
And then into combat.
Yep.
Or into engagement, I should say. And then I will force fatigue to fight the ranger. So that means that she gets 2 dice, normal base, hitting on 4s. I'm just going to roll these normally, not going to put anything else into these. She is vicious. She doesn't need a vicious at the minute. There's an 8. So that was actually 3 hits because that 1 was knocked from the 4. No crushing, so normal survive, normal.
So my ranger has armour 5, but that's 4s with brace.
Yep. 2 at the minute. Yep, fine. Braces, keeping them in there. Kev's choosing not to retaliate because his model's already fatigued and he may want to do something else with it, I think. Kev is activating his ranger.
So he gets to make a headstrong check.
Oh yes, because he's fatigued.
Which is 6+.
No, he's still fatigued.
Yeah, those never work. And he will...
It's less good than in Kings of War as well. It's not quite 50-50.
It's really bad.
So what are you going to do, fight me?
I'm going to fight you.
You get a -1 because I am still fatally attractive.
So I'm on 5s. 2 hits.
2 hits. On armour 6, that's rubbish. Okay, armour 6. 1 at the minute. She takes another wound, which takes her to 0. That is a nerve test for her. She is nerve 4, and I'm within the inspiring of my Tormentor. So she's okay. Well, she's down, but not. I am going to activate my Succubus Lurker and just stand her up. So by standing up, she doesn't become an auto kill, but she remains fatigued, so she can't do anything. But at least that little guy around the back, for instance, or someone else just can't come around and stab her. Kev's force fatiguing the ranger this time, so still fatally attractive though. This time
2 misses.
2 misses. That's more like it. I'm actually going to activate my Fury ability now to retaliate. Even though I'm activating fatigued, Fury allows me to do that, but just as a normal attack, so no bonus. If I wasn't activating fatigued, I would be able to have 2 extra dice. But she still has 3, and she hits on 4s and is vicious, and of course he isn't braced anymore, so it could be quite nice. 2, and I've got a heavy weapon on this one, as I said at the beginning.
So crush 1.
So crush 1, yeah.
So 5s normally, 6s.
Oh, that's going to take him to 0 wounds.
So nerve check for the ranger on 5.
He is inspired.
Yes.
He's okay. I'm going to force a fatigue on my Heliquin to fight that Iron Guard again. So I get 3 dice, hitting on 2 still, because I'm still cavalry. I'm not vicious though, so just 2 at crushing 1. He's no longer braced.
5s.
Just 1. So he takes a wound. Is he going to retaliate?
No.
No.
He will take a headstrong check.
Kev's activating his Iron Guard, taking a headstrong check, 6+. He is no longer fatigued. So, going to fight my Harlequin. Or not. Kev's taking a moment.
Yeah, yeah, I will. So I'm on 3s.
3s? That's a bit obscene.
Well, it's the same as you, isn't it?
Crushing
1.
Crushing 1. Armour 4. Loves it. Kev is going. Are you going to do this?
Yeah.
Kev's going to activate his Sergeant, and you can just about, from back edge of his base to back edge of my base, see the rear of the Harlequin. So he's going to charge. He's going to charge and fight on the side, which isn't really on, is it?
Why?
You have to face them while you're fighting.
Why?
You do when you retaliate, so you have to do when you're fighting.
I do. Should we go off camera for that?
We were just checking the rules there. In the engage section of the book, you have to put your front flush against the model that you charge, because Kev was wanting to be cheeky and use the side of his space. Because it becomes a bit difficult, because you've got a rear arc and then a front arc. It's not strictly clear what, but we're going to take it as the front of his base.
Yeah.
So he gets the advantage of charging the rear, of course, and it is a charge because he could see me. But what Kev's worried about is if he doesn't kill my Harlequin, then he will have a problem in the fact that he could expose himself a little bit to combat. So, before we do anything else, it's not as advantageous for Kev because I've got 6th Sense, which means the rear arc doesn't make any difference to me. However, we have just read the rule again, and because I'm engaged with another model, I can't use my 6th Sense. So, Kev was worried he'd made a mistake, but actually, he's made a fantastic decision. Well, let's see, as he says. Right.
So, my dwarf fights on 4s. It's a clear charge.
Yep.
I have a friend in the fight.
Who is not fatigued now.
Who is not fatigued.
Which is an important part as well, which often
and
forget.
I'll throw an extra one in with power.
Yeah, so it gives you 6 dice, hitting on 4s. Ouch, that's good sting. Oh, could have been worse. 3, 4.
At crush 1.
Crush 2. Crush 2 for an extra 1 for being in the rear, which I should have helped myself with. I am going to spend 1 power to try and keep him alive to give me 5 dice. Crush 2, you said. My armour is 4 normally, it's only 6. It's still pretty tall order, but I do have 3 wounds. 2, so I take 2 wounds. I'm okay-ish. It's not quite what I wanted to do, but I'm going to run with my Tormentor into engagement here, and then fatigue to fight. I think it's just an opportunity to potentially take off the leader, which is not to be sniffed at. So my Tormentor has 4 dice base.
Can't you run into his rear?
I could run into his rear, but that wouldn't really help. Yeah, Kev quite rightly pointed out I could run into his rear, and I'm going to. So, because the melee is a different action, because I have to force fatigue, it's okay. I have to start the action in his rear, so it's all right to do that. So give me an extra crushing, obviously. I've already got crushing 2 on this guy, so crushing 3 will be quite nasty. I am vicious. I fight on 3s.
Ouch.
4 dice. Oh, it's tempting to throw another one. It really is, but no. Vicious. I didn't get extra dice for outnumbering because I don't outnumber, and the other guy's fatigued anyway. So 4. Crushing 3.
So I will take an extra dice for power.
Normally armour 4.
Normally armour 4, so 7s.
Just 1 at the minute. 1.
So that's 3 wounds. So that puts him down. So nerve check.
That's going to be good, isn't it? 5.
Is good, yeah.
just about good. Exactly what he needed.
Yeah.
Bit of tactical redeployment for the Ironclad in the end. I moved up my despoiler, couldn't reach anyone, and now Kev has used his iron shieldbreaker, sorry, who has run into combat and then fatigued to fight my Heliquin because he couldn't see him, he was in a rear arc. So his space is 2 dice, isn't it, I think?
And then 1 for a friend.
1 for a friend outnumbering because his friend is still not fatigued.
And he hits on 4s.
Oh, this could sting. Oh,
and he has a shieldbreaker hammer, so I can reroll 1 miss. Still a miss.
But the 8 though.
3
hits.
Crush 1.
Only crush 1?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and... I really do want to keep my Heliquin alive, so I'm going to throw another dice into this. Armor 4 goes to 5s. Yep, he's okay.
Wow.
I just stood up this succubus. Kev just moved his levy up. Hop along levy. And I'm going to activate this Abyssal, lower Abyssal, who's just going to move there and stand also touching the Power Stone. So I've got 2 models on it, which means I'm less likely to lose it for the points.
Activate the Ranger to fight your succubi.
So Headstrong ability first, is it?
Headstrong first.
No, still fatigued, but can still fight. It's a short action to fight. Do lose your brace, of course. So -1 to hit because of Fatal Attraction.
5s.
1 hit. 1 hit.
Fatal Attraction saves are from the double.
Yeah. So just pointing out, actually, all of those fights against my Heliquin should have benefited from the Fatal Attraction as well. We forgot that. So just for the camera, because anyone within 3 inches of a model that gives it. So just pointing those out. Not that we're going to change anything. But it's not your fault. It's up to me to remember it. Note to gamers out there, it's up to you to remember your own rules. Right, what am I doing? I'm saving
so 1 hit.
6+. I've got 2 wounds, so I'm not going to waste any power on this because I won't die. So I don't know why I rolled 2 dice, but I didn't save either of them anyway, so it's fine. She takes a wound. I've just repositioned this flame bearer because he couldn't do a lot else. Couldn't shoot anyone. And then Kev is forcing fatigue. It's with one of his last powers. He's got 1 more power left.
I've got 2 more.
2 more left. So he's going to force fatigue to use his ranger to fight again against my succubi. 2 dice hitting on 5s.
I feel like there's a big headstrong turn coming up next. Oh.
Well, I'm still not going to retaliate because I've only got 1 power left. I've got better uses for it. I just redeployed another flame bearer, and Kev is going to now charge with his Juggernauty thing. And he's in combat with my Lurker. We're just going to leave it down there because
he won't balance.
He does have to run across an obstacle to do that. Yeah. So he will not get the +1 dice, but he will get to get a free attack. So what's this big bad thing going to do?
So he throws 4 dice on 4s.
Not 5s now because I'm still fatally attractive.
5s.
2 with an 8. 3. Right, I am sure he's got plenty of...
He's got crushing strength 3.
Right, well that's irrelevant because I only got 8s. So I'm going to throw 8s. No, I'm not. So I go to 0 wounds with 1 and then -2. I have a nerve check at -2. I think I am outside of inspiring, 6 inches, which is all the way over there. Yep. So I need a 6. She's gone. Bye-bye, Succubus Lurker, and that's really important because not only can Kev consolidate, but obviously he's got models in contact with the central power stone, so he'll get 2 victory points this round. Kev is force fatiguing on his Iron Guard to attack my Heliquin. There's no bonus for a friend now because all the other friends are fatigued.
Yes, right, you're correct.
And of course we will remember the Fatal Attraction now as well.
And so I'm now -1, so I'm on 4s. 2 hits.
It counted. 2 hits. Crushing. Crush 1, so I'm on 5s. What have I got? 2 wounds. I need 1 more wound. 5s. So it takes him to 0. He gets a nerve check. His nerve is 4+. He's okay. Last power has been spent to force fatigue to shoot from the Juggernaut onto the flame bearer, the one by the fence there.
On 5s.
1 hit.
Piercing 2.
Piercing 2, right. Well, he's likely to die, I think, isn't he? 1 hit with it. I need an 8. Nope, he's gone. Another flame bearer gone. So at the end of round 2, I'll get 1 victory point for this objective. Kev will get 2 for this central one. And that one is contested, of course. I have my Heliquin on the floor, but Kev has his Sergeant and one of his Rangers on the floor. So there's a lot of models down. I have lost 3 models killed, but Kev hasn't lost any. So I think probably the advantage is with Kev, particularly as he's all around the centre there. He'll deny that, of course, until he wins, which is what he does.
I think I'm about to lose my commander, though.
You may well be about to lose your commander, hopefully, because I will have the initiative. So Kev, at the end of this round, sorry, it's 1 victory point to me and 3 victory points to Kev. So, start of round 3. Kev's power. Oh, he's deserted him. Oh, you can reroll 1. He's going for the blue. Oh, 4. Right. See what power I get. Not much either. Well, less than you'd expect. Oh, it was nearly a 2. 2, 4, 5 I get versus 4 for Kev. First things first, we'll use the Tormentor. He will do a short action melee, trying to kill the Sergeant. So I get 4 dice and...
You get +1 to hit, because I'm...
+1 to hit, of course. I'm hitting on 2s. That's 4 hits. I am crushing 2 normally, but goes to crushing 3.
So I'm on 7s. I don't really think it's worth wasting power, I'm afraid. Gareth, come on.
Right. So he is dispatched. So I'm just showing something here. I've consolidated into my front arc, into the rear of this shield breaker. I am then going to walk as my second free action, short action, sorry, into base contact with him, and I am going to fatigue to.
You can't do that because that's repeating an action you've already done.
Oh yes, of course. So I'm just going to very well done. Well done, Kev. I'm glad you came along. I am going to move there. I am then going to play a extra activation power dice.
I thought you might.
The question is, what do I do? Do I stand up my Heliquin to prevent him from dying? Yes, I do that, because I don't want him to die. So I'm just going to stand him up. Kev has charge of this ironclad into the rear of my Heliquin. He won't get a bonus for assistance, because those guys are fatigued, but obviously he gets the +1 crushing for attacking me in the rear.
Yeah.
And a +1 for charging, of course. +1 dice for charging. He doesn't get the... Actually, he doesn't get the...
Yeah, you get the bonus.
Oh, yes, because I'm engaged. I just want to get back his 6th sense, but I'm engaged.
So he's on 4s. 2 hits.
2 hits. Any crushing? Yes, 1 crushing for the rear.
Yes.
Because my 6th sense doesn't work, because although those guys are fatigued, I am engaged with them. So I am going to throw an extra 1 into that, so spending a power, so I'm now saving 3 dice on 5s. Normally armour is 4. He takes a wound, which is enough to knock him down. Oops. I need to take a nerve test. My nerve is 4+, so he's fine. We did double check that the Fatal Attraction was okay, because he hits on 4s anyway, so 5s would have been fine. Kev's now played an extra power to...
activate my shield breaker.
Yep. He needs to make a headstrong check. He doesn't make it, but he can still do 1 action.
So he will...
Is it fight the man on the floor by any chance?
Fight the man on the floor.
Yeah, thought it might be.
So he has 2 dice base, and then 2 dice for swarm.
Because there's an ironclad there now. Yeah. Is it 2 dice actually you get for the swarm? Okay. You get an extra 1 for having a... oh yes, you would normally have 1 for a friend, but goes up to 2. You also get +1 to hit, because I'm on the floor.
Yeah. So he's on 3s. But am I -1?
Oh, I'm -1 for the...
So
yep,
4s.
Yep. Just 1.
Oh, that could have been better. Oh, and my shield breaker hammer means I can reroll 1 miss. 2 hits at crush 1.
Crush 1, so that's 5. Well, crush 2, isn't it?
Crush 2, yes.
So 6s. I think my Heliquin is done for, so... he's dead now, because I failed 1 and he's in combat. So bye-bye Heliquin. I probably could have been okay, but it would have been a tough call. I'm going to activate my Despoiler. He's going to charge the levy over there. So I haven't measured it, but I think it's fine, isn't it? So there he is, about to smash him. Touching the power stone as well. Although technically no, because reject the engagement rules have to be central as possible, so no.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that the way?
So I will get 4 base and an extra 1 for charging. I'm hitting on 4s. Oh, that's an odd roll, isn't it? 2 8s and 3 1s. Well, the 1s, unfortunately, don't do anything because I'm not vicious, but
The 8s do explode.
the 8s do explode. That is 3 hits at crushing 3, and smash will activate, which will knock him down
Anyway,
as well.
even if he survives, this is a test of fire for the T-boy who's saving on 8s. No.
So he is a grunt, so he's squished. I will consolidate. Into there. I'm engaging. I am actually touching the power stone.
So you can't consolidate to engage, can you?
Oh yeah, so in which case I will just stand there touching the power stone and not quite touching anybody. I'm going to spend a power to do an extra activation.
Yep.
I'm going to move this flame bearer to here. And I am going to clear shot, probably to here, to clear shot the ranger.
Yep.
So that will be 3 dice, hitting on 5s. Just 1, but piercing 1. Oh, it's actually piercing 2 because it counts as being in the rear.
Yeah. So 5, 6, 7s. No.
So he is not automatically dead.
He's not, is he?
Because it's not combat. It's a nerve check.
So,
Only do you automatically kill when you're knocked down if you're in combat. So for shooting, unfortunately.
His nerve is 5. Yes.
So he's not dead. Kev's activating his Iron Guard. He's fatigued.
Check.
Yeah. Still
No.
fatigued.
So
That's messed you up, isn't it?
So he'll activate his potion of haste,
Oh, yeah.
which allows him to run as a short action. I just checked it. He can.
Checked it to himself, didn't show the camera. Do you notice that?
I trust Kev more than I trust you. He doesn't use your blue dice.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's a charge.
So that's a charge.
But you are still fatigued.
I am still fatigued.
So it's a run as a short action, so that is a charge, so you get a free attack
Yeah.
in my rear.
I get +1 for charge.
Yep. So 3 dice base, +1 for charging, hitting on 3s, is it?
3s, yeah.
Ouch. Oh, I'm actually very happy with that.
2.
2.
Crush 2.
Crush 2, 1 normally, and 1 for the rear? Yeah, okay. My armour is 4. So 6s, 2 wounds, 2 wounds. That's not good. Right, I will retaliate, of course.
And my fatigue clears, doesn't it?
Well, yes, because you got to
You're
it
going
now.
to be living.
Do I normally retaliate, or do I retaliate by using my fury? I'm going to use my fury.
Go.
That's cost me a power to do that, but the advantage is, it gives me an extra 2 dice. So I normally get 4, and now I get an extra 2. So I've got 6 dice hitting on 4s. Oh, rubbish. Just 3, but it is crushing 3.
So I'm normally 4, so 7s. 7s.
So you would take 1 wound, this guy.
So
Kept throwing an extra dice in.
Death or Glory.
Oh,
2 saves.
that still takes him down to 0.
But he is an experienced Iron Guard. He has 3 wounds.
Ah, right. Well, you didn't tell me that at the beginning of the game, did you, Kev? He didn't. He didn't. Let's go back and look on the camera. He didn't. Anyway, okay, so he is not dead. Okay, locked in combat. Kev activated his Juggernaut and just walked him into engagement with my Despoiler because he was already fatigued, so unfortunately he couldn't do. I am now going to... that was with a power dice for an extra activation, sorry. I am now going to activate this Lower Abyssal, who is going to charge. I can just about get to him into contact with a Ranger, who's been lying on the floor. I'm going to try and kill him. So I get 2 dice base, an extra 1 for charging, +1 to hit, so I will be hitting on 4s.
You're not charging over that?
It's a well, isn't it?
Oh, so you're going around it?
Well,
okay.
I sort of assumed it was impassable because there's a well. But,
so 2 hits.
2 hits with crush 1 because you are on the floor.
So 5s go to 6s. No.
He's gone. Kill the Ranger. You can keep that one because I'm a Lower Abyssal. So. And then I will consolidate into contact with the Power Stone. And at the moment, only my models are in contact with the Power Stone in the centre. Kev is forcing fatigue. To do what by any chance?
Attack here.
Yeah, so that fatigue is gone. Sorry, that's on there, but we'll put it back on because he's forcing fatigue now.
So I have a friend in the fight.
Who is not fatigued, yeah.
And I hit on 4s.
Okay, you are in my rear. So you get +1.
So I do get +1. Yeah. So 4 hits at crush 3.
Oh, crush 3 is not good. Well, 4 hits was it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to make a normal armour for this. So armour's 4, so it goes to 7s. None. So I've got 5 wounds, so... Oh, I'm down to 5. 5, exactly. So I'm a nerve test of 4+. Maybe I should...
-1, is it?
No, I'm on 2 wounds, so you have 3, didn't you? Or 4?
4.
Oh, okay. So -1 now, I'm on 5+. Should have kept... Maybe. So I am dead. My despoiler is gone. I think that's going to be my warband broken as well, actually. Close to it, if not. And you get to consolidate. I'm going to activate my succubus, who is going to attack the ranger. So I'm just going to attack normally. 2 dice, hitting on 4s and vicious. There's an 8, so do the 8 first. No, and then the vicious. No, just a 1. So normal armour for your ranger.
5s. Oh, sorry.
Ready? So roll,
we'll see how
roll
that.
it. Oh no, roll it. Just roll it again.
Sure.
Yeah. Right, save it. Range is activating. Checking his headstrong. 6+.
We need another name for headstrong.
Done it. And what does that matter to you? Does it matter? What are you going to do? 5 anyway, isn't it? Or are you going to break away?
For now. No, I'm going to fight.
Yeah, of course it is. -1 to hit, so hitting on 5s.
5s.
Oh, it's bad when he hits, I tell you. Even worse when he injures me. I am down to 0. I have a nerve of 5+, but I am inspired. So 5+, yeah. But I'm on the floor. I'm going to force fatigue to use my Tormentor to try and kill that guy. It's going to leave me with a clear shot from the crossbowman, but I'll lose the initiative for next round, but I want to really have a chance to sort of do something more useful. So, okay, force power, sorry, to do that. So I get 4 dice, hitting on 3s and vicious. 4 at the minute with an 8. 5.
5. Crush what?
Crush 2.
5. Crush 2. So I'm 5 7s.
1 at the minute. 2. Oh, here it goes.
2.
2. So 3 wounds go through. Hasn't taken any wounds.
-1. His nerve is 4. 5. So 6. Yep.
Ugh. Now I'm going to take a clear shot, of course, onto my now. I am not engaged with the man on the floor, but the man on the floor is engaged with me. So Kev can shoot me as a clear shot. You get extra dice for that. So 3 dice. 1 hit.
1 hit. Crush 1. Piercing 1.
And I am armour 4, so that's a 5. I'm fine. And my last activation for the round is just to activate this succubi, who is just going to stay in contact with that power stone. So I will gain 1 point this round. That one is contested in the centre, and this one is contested over here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 models left and 5 models off. So my warband, sorry, I've got 5 models left and 5 models off. So my warband is not broken as we go into round 3. Sorry, as we go into round 4.
Yeah, I'm not Nick.
Yeah, not like one of the previous games. So I will go up to 2 points now, and Kev is on 3. So I'm on 2, Kev's on 3.
Yeah. So
Kev's power for round 4. He's just on reds now. He's lost his blue. 4 dice. Can't re-roll either because no command. Well, probably not. I haven't got that much I can really do with it. So, I'm just going to keep that. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to have models, that's the problem. Kev's going to activate a Ranger to attack my Succubi.
Attack your Succubi.
Okay, hitting on 5s. I'm still fairly attractive even though I'm on the floor, but +1 to hit because I'm on the floor, so actually it goes to 4s again.
No, we should put that.
So just the 2 dice, hit on 4s, 2 hits, crushing 1. So I have an armour of 7. Well, I've got loads of power, so I'm going to throw one into it. Oh! No, she is dead. Kev has paid power for an extra activation. He's moved this Iron Guard. I keep getting this wrong, don't I? Moved him all the way around here. So he's run all the way around to engage and now fatiguing to fight against that lower Abyssal, trying to clear the central objective.
So he's hitting on 3s.
Ouch.
Crush one.
So 3 hits. I'll throw a power into that because I'm flush with power and short of models. So crush 1, did you say?
Yeah.
My armour is 5, so going to be 6s. Oh, saves 2, but he is dead because he's a grunt and only has 1 wound, so you can consolidate, presumably into contact with something. I'm going to activate this lower Abyssal, who's going to clear shot onto the Iron Guard, throwing an extra dice into it as well to give me 4 dice. Hitting on 5s. Oh, 1. Piercing 1 though.
I will throw an extra dice in. So I get 2 dice, 4s to 5s.
Saves it. Kev is charging in with the Ironclad against my Tormentor.
So I get 1 bonus dice for the charge.
Yep.
My colleague in the fight is
on the floor.
On the floor.
3 hits.
3 hits, no crush.
Okay, so I am armour 4. I throw an extra 1 into that as well. Loves it. The question is, do I retaliate? Am I already fatigued? This will activate me. Yeah, might as well. Okay. I'm a bit stuck anyway, so I'll retaliate back. 4 dice, I'll throw an extra. In fact, I'll spend 1 to retaliate with Fury to give me 6 dice.
Gulp.
Missed with those, so only 3 hits.
So armor 4.
Oh, hang on, I was vicious. One of those was a 1, so let me just re-roll the vicious. Yeah, so 4 hits. Crushing 2. Oh, 2 saves.
3 saves.
3 saves.
So I take a wound.
What? Why would you die?
Lucked out there.
Why would you die, Dwarves? I have only this model left to go, so I'm just going to activate her and stand still against that objective to try and score a point at least. So over to you again, Kev. What are you going to do?
So I'm gonna activate the shield breaker.
Yeah.
Headstrong check.
I don't think you can do that because you're on the floor, knocked down.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah, so he's going to test his headstrong. Let's see if he gets it.
We're on a roll.
He gets
Yes.
it, and he stands up as well for a short action. So he has another short action left. What would you do with that short action?
I think I might fight.
He's going to fight. He's going to fight against my Tormentor. Okay.
So,
dice for friend.
I get 2 dice from this friend.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. He particularly likes this friend. Very cosy.
So on 4s. And I can re-roll 1 failed hit.
Yeah, so it's 3 at the minute with an 8.
And 4 hits. That's crush
4.
1.
Well, I will spend another 1. So I am rolling 5 dice in defence, and my armour goes from 4s to 5s. Just 2. So I take 2 wounds. I have 3 wounds. I will spend a power, because there's not much else I can do, to retaliate against him. And I will roll 4 dice against him. And I hit on 3s, so but I'm vicious. So that's 2 for 5 with crushing 2.
So 5, 6, 7s.
Ooh, he is -3 nerve, isn't it? He's got 2 wounds.
He's already got 1 wound on him.
So he's at -4 nerve.
And his nerve is 5, so I'm looking for an 8. No.
Finally killed another model. Bye bye. And I will consolidate just to turn back to face the other one, I guess. I will force fatigue here on this flame bearer to shoot the iron thingy. Iron giant, whatever his name is.
Oh, him or him?
No, this one here.
I
Yeah,
got
sorry. So clear shot again. 3 dice hitting on 5. See if I can do better than before. I do. 4. How do you like them eggs?
Uh-oh.
Piercing 1.
Piercing 1. 4 hits.
Bit of power in.
I'll 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's 5. You can't count.
Because I've already I've already mentally put the power in. Piercing 1, so 4s to 5s.
Oh, he gets 2 at the minute. 3. So he takes a wound, which is enough to take him to 0.
So he needs to take a nerve check.
Oh, and there's no inspiring left, is there?
But he has a lucky
A
charm.
lucky charm. Okay, here we go. He's okay. He's down but not out. Kev is going to activate his Juggernaut.
And he's going to shoot.
Shoot my flame bearer. Okay, fair enough.
2 dice on 5s.
1 at the minute.
Piercing
1.
2.
Yeah, so I am on 8s. I am dead. He's a grunt. So at the end of round 4, I will score another victory point for this one here. But Kev's going to score 2 for the central one. Oh, no, he's not going to, because this model is knocked down. Kev just moved away with his Juggernaut after he shot that flame bearer and made a mistake there, I think.
Yeah.
He picks up 1 more for that one over there, though. So it takes Kev to 4 and me to 3. I still think Kev's got this, of course. My Warband is broken. Kev's is not. He has 5 models left and had 4 models off. So he's okay. And more importantly than that, though, I only have 2 models. One of which is fatigued anyway, so can't do a lot. So we will go into round 5. Kev's power dice for round 5. Oh! Why didn't that happen a couple of rounds ago? No! 1 measly power. No command model left to re-roll anything, of course.
That's enough with dwarves.
I get lots of power, however, no one to use it on, really. Re-rolling 1, no. So still only 3, actually. But my problem is, as I said before, lack of models. I get to go first.
Yeah.
We are going to activate this succubus, who is going to run all the way over here and charge into that model. We've come into the front because I had to sort of avoid this to go around it. Okay, let's see if we can kill. So it's a charge. Oh, I'm knocking the trees down. Dear, oh dear. So in my excitement, I get 2 dice normally, 3 for charging, +1 to hit. So I am hitting on freeze. Okay, I'm not vicious on this model. This is the one which is already injured. 2 at the minute. Not vicious.
Oh.
2. Just +1 for knockdown.
So I'm on 5s.
Yeah.
I will throw my extra.
Your only power dice.
My
in.
1 and only power dice.
Okay. She takes a wound.
So I need to take a nerve check, don't I?
No, you don't, because you're knocked down. Dead.
Oh, yes, sorry, dead.
Killed you. Which is cold comfort, really. But I am going to stand here, so I am. My base is not visible to your Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Kevin's moved his Ranger. He's going to now clear shot onto my succubus. It gets -1 because I'm stealthy.
Yep. So
5s.
4s go to 5s.
Extra dice for the clear shot. 1 hit. I will throw a power in to try and keep myself alive as much as I can. No piercing, so armor 6. No! So she's going to be knocked down at least. My nerve is 5+. No, she's dead. Not even knocked down, she's actually dead. Me, so I will activate my Tormentor, who will hopefully rip a new one into this iron, whatever it is. So 4 dice. I'll throw an extra one in just for the. Will I? Will I? Will I? No. I'm going to throw 4 dice into this. Hitting on 3s. Oh, before I do that, I have regenerate 6+. So I don't, of course.
It's like headstrong, isn't it, Richard?
So I am vicious, so there's a 1 for that, and then the 8. 4. Crushing strength 2.
Well, there's no debate about whether to put any power in.
You don't have any to
got
put, yeah.
So 4s and your crush 2, so
Yeah.
6s.
2 at the minute. thought I was going to keep him alive then. So he is at -1 nerve.
Nope.
Gone. I've just consolidated into contact with the Power Stone to gain a measly point, if that's really important at this stage. Just taking a step back, he didn't have to check his Warband morale because
he was engaged.
But this guy did. So we're going to roll that because it does make an important difference because it's a campaign. So my Warband morale for my succubus would have been 5+. I would have failed it, which means that succubus. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. So that means he would still be there, but down on the floor, and my succubus would not be dead, and would actually be all the way over here. That's a bit of a pain in the bum, but we're doing that not because we made a mistake, but more for the fact that it's a campaign. We decided that we wouldn't re-roll that because it just messed up the video, but we're going to record it differently for the campaign, obviously. So Kev has now got his Juggernaut left.
And him.
And his iron watch over there. Yeah, Kev's doing the sensible thing, moving into contact with the Power Stone to make sure he crushes me in his victory. But he's going to shoot me. Clear shots. 5s. 3 hits. Ouch.
Piercing 2.
Well, I'm going to throw an extra dice in, so I get 4 dice. Piercing 2. I'm on a 4, so 6s. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. I'm at nerve test at -2. My nerve is 5. That's pretty bad, actually. Why is it 5? So it goes to 7s. Oh.
He's fine.
He's on the floor, though. Using his crossbowman, he's going to try and put me out of my misery. Shoot my tormentor. Just a single hit.
Yep. I don't get +1 because you're down, do I? No, I just get piercing.
No,
so it's piercing 2.
So I'm going to throw an extra dice in it. I have power, so I'm on armor 6. Ugh. So nerve test again. At this time at -1. So 6+.
It's not a -1, is it? Because I only took 1 wound, which takes down to 0.
Oh yes. So I passed it actually. Yes, it wasn't at -1. So I've passed it on a 5. So he's still just about alive. And I think that is the end of the game. So Kev will score an extra 2 points to keep him to a total of 6 victory points, and I have 3 victory points. Obviously, Kev's Warband is also broken now, but I think that was round 5. We could technically roll for a round 6.
Yeah.
In reality, do we want to?
Well, it's up to you. Because round 6, everything of mine could run off.
So actually, we're not gonna roll for it. We're just gonna call it there because I'm worried my leader will die, of course. Kev's Warband could run away, but he's bound to have at least 1 model which will lock me down.
The most you can get is 2, isn't it?
Yeah, the most I'll get is 2, so I'll still lose the round because it's 6-3, isn't it? So, yeah, good. Okay, so Malkoff the Cruel is not going to be happy. His Warband got smacked around a bit.
Well, Gareth Edwards isn't that happy. He got put down.
So, yeah, it was a good game, wasn't it? I think you got the advantage of the shooting. I think you've managed to control the position quite well. I lost a couple of silver models earlier, I think, which left me... Although I had more models, I seem to always be having less options. You were more consolidated, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I spent most of the game fatigued.
But the headstrong helped you out a few times,
yeah,
didn't it?
Yeah.
And certainly at the end, I was running out of models to do anything with. So my Tormentor, alright, he could still fight, but he couldn't do anything to sort of engineer anything in the game. He was just like putting down the models in front of him. But it was good. So the important thing about this one is it was a campaign game for us. So we've done it off camera, but all those models that I lost and all those models of Kev's that you lost in the end, because you did actually lose a few by the end, we had to roll for their wounds, didn't we?
We did.
So I think we both lucked out on that though. Because,
it went quite well.
Yeah. My lurker has to miss another game. Not the end of the world because I've got plenty of models to do. Who else had something? One guy's got an increase in his nerve and the other 2 made a full recovery, including my despoiler. Now, Kev, how did yours do?
So my leader made a full recovery, Gareth. My Ironclad has got a bit of an old wound, so on a 1 he has to miss a game. And my Shieldbreaker has picked up some impressive scars from his battle with your leader, and he now has Inspiring. Come on.
His face is cloven in 2. However,
burnt around the edges.
somehow that inspires his fellow
The
dwarves.
singed beard.
There's it, I shaved his beard off. There's the hatred. So yeah, we did that, and then we did some exploration. So I explored, and twice now, we've had 3 games in this campaign, and twice I've had Thieves in the Night steal my gold. Yeah.
Do you know, before that, we've had 2 games, and twice I've been to the jousting.
Celebrate your jousting.
Today, no more gambling. We didn't go to the horses. We found a sword in the stone, which turned out to be an axe of slashing. So that's not bad.
You've upgraded it from a blade.
Yeah, I know. Blade of slashing.
Just blade of So in a campaign, blade of slashing is good because it allows you, the ability in the rulebook is it gives you +1 when you retaliate to all your dice, but you have to buy it each
Still got to pay the points for it.
Yeah, so it's 4 points, so you do have to buy it. But it's rare, isn't it? So you can't, there's a limit to how many rare things you can have in your warband, so that's sort of an advantage. But yeah, it's sort of weird in a campaign because you're like, well, I don't really want it, I guess, but you can just drop it, I suppose. So anyway, so that was our campaign game. We're trying to do a couple of games a month. This is our first one in December. And then we're all building up to our Cry Havoc, the Winter Vanguard event, obviously, 12th of January.
Still time to get tickets?
There are still time to get tickets. And for that, we'll just mention that a little bit. So, so the Winter Vanguard, yeah, everyone who's signed up got a free merc, either Haranak the Elder or Lucanthi the Unstoppable, Salamander or a Blade Walker. And there'll be a painting competition for them, painting competition for the Warband, and obviously we'll be running the day with 4 games, a bit like a campaign actually, in that campaign gold will determine who's the winner, not necessarily who wins the most games. And it's 200 points, 4 games, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun hopefully.
Yeah. Fluff competition for
Oh,
background.
Yeah. Fluff competition background, yeah, no one's done anything on that yet, so I'm expecting some things. Andy Ransom is coming, I'm expecting some things. May not be published.
X-rated things.
Yeah. So, anyway, thanks very much for watching everyone, and take care, and we will post up about our campaign in Vanguard Fanatics anyway, so you'll be able to see it there on the Facebook group. Right, cheers guys!
See ya!